During the 1950s, science fiction reflected the nation's uneasy mood during the McCarthy era. Most often, on-screen aliens were technologically superior, stronger, and just plain mean. One particularly frightening fellow was a robot named Gort, America's first glimpse of a cosmic cop. Today, curiosity has replaced fear. Because of our adventures into space, our eyes have been opened to the possibilities of other life forms. And in films, at any rate, we can't wait to meet them. In the movie E.T., the fear of hostile invaders from outer space disappeared and gave way to wonderment and trust. As soon as motion pictures were born, filmmakers were exploring outer space. In 1902, a Frenchman named Georges Méliès created a humorous and joyful work entitled Journey to the Moon. To fulfill his vision, he painstakingly colored every frame of the film by hand. This futuristic film suggested what life would be like in the 1980s. It is now being exclusively used as a training film for air traffic controllers. Here is a vision of cruising in the future.
Hello, LN18. How are you, darling?
Hello, J21.
While filmmakers and scientists have examined every aspect of the future, only one man has dedicated himself to the study of aliens on Earth.
Here at the Institute of Aleontology, we have perhaps the largest collection of aliens and other bizarre specimens in the entire world, with the exception, of course, of New York City. Look over here. We have a lovely example from the planet Migraine. Always had headaches, thus never bred very well. Over here, Gort. Possible middle linebacker for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now his name is Bubba, lives in Detroit. This little creature came to Earth merely to party. Oh, come on now, you know you did. What's happening? And now, my favorite, a new addition to the collection. This creature can change at will into any form merely to gain your trust. Beware, stand back if you must. A simple pizza. Obviously, my colleague's playing a little prank on me. I'll just have a tiny taste here. Oh, please! Someone get some Parmesan, please. No, please. Oh, red wine, anything. Oh.
Some aliens don't even look that good. They come in all shapes and sizes, and I don't know how to describe this next one except to say...
It's the most horrible thing I've ever seen in my life.
I couldn't have said it better myself. And now, the nominees for the real Miss Universe pageant. Here, X is doing her talent audition, stepping on a small Japanese car for no reason. And in the bathing suit competition, Zontar is ravishing just before eating Alaska.
I'm sorry. I'd hoped to prepare you somewhat beforehand. This is a mutant. We've been breeding them here for ages to do menial work.
Visitors from beyond weren't always that obvious or visible. and it was difficult getting people to believe you'd seen something weird, especially if you were a kid.
What is it, son? Something lighted out beyond the trees, in the sand pit. A big bright light.
What?
Come on, it's out there now. I'll show you.
Didn't Mother ask you to stay in bed?
I did. I was asleep. It woke me up. There was a bright light that lit up everything, and that landed right out there.
Well, there's nothing out there now, is there?
Not now, but there was. I saw it and...
You, come on, climb in bed, son.
Aren't you gonna tell him, Bud?
We found something that fell out of the sky this afternoon. We know where it is, the sky.
Bud's telling the truth. I saw it, too. It fell out of the sky. Well, you've got to believe him.
How long did it take you to dream up that yarn?
I didn't dream it up.
You think a lie like that's going to make it all right, huh? Staying out until all hours?
It's not a lie. Something's wrong, I know it is. Something is wrong.
Look, you're upsetting him now. Let's go to bed. Come on.
Dad, you've got to believe...
Believe what? Some crazy story you made up for an excuse?
In E.T., it's 10-year-old Elliot who first encounters a strange presence.
All right. Where's the pizza?
Look! Mommy, there's something out there! It's in the ball shell! It's throwing a ball at me! Nobody go out there.
Stop now! You guys stay right here!
You stay here, Mom. We'll check it out.
And put those knives back!
While the Cold War and Sputnik drove some of our neighbors to build backyard bomb shelters, others were fascinated by the mysteries of outer space. Almost every week, there was a new film released to satisfy our curiosity, with titles like I Married a Monster from Outer Space, Invasion of the Neptune Men,
Man who reclaimed his head, Flying Disc Men from Mars, the incredible creeping thing that came from the planet of the unknown fiend that landed twice but still couldn't find a film editor. You ever notice that aliens always have unusual names like Exeter, Klaatu, Zontar? They never land and say, "Hi, I'm Biff from Mars, and this is like a totally awesome planet for sure." They're never afraid when they land. Wouldn't it be nice to see one land and walk out and go, "Sophie, stay in the ship. You waited a light year, another minute won't matter." Maybe it's because they always land in the desert or the swamp or the forest. They never land downtown where people going, "Damn, little dude, you gotta move that thing." No, Jack, you gotta move it. Oh, okay, I'm just gonna have to play your head. See, because aliens, despite their incredible intelligence, can sometimes do some really dumb things.
like coming down to Earth to take small parts in B movies.
Our immediate needs are Earth apparel, an automobile, Earth currency, and a map of the city and its environs.
Attention, people of Earth. I am Ambassador Phantom from the planet Krangkor. At this moment, I am rapidly approaching your planet.
Why is it so important that you want to contact the governments of our Earth?
Because all you of Earth are idiots. But that's impossible. You see? Your stupid minds. Stupid! That's all I'm taking from you. Get back here, you devil!
The lucky ones are dead. Of the others, some will go mad. The others will slowly rot away and die in gradual agony. We are the sole survivors. It means that we are extinct as a race, unless, of course, we can find some good breeding stock and repopulate our planet.
Well, when did you decipher? At exactly 0400.
Can it?
It's just 3 words.
I didn't ask for a word count. Give me the message.
You won't believe it. it keeps coming up the same thing. Colonel, the message is Mars needs women.
Oh, no, not Disneyland!
What for?
We're going through the Lincoln Tunnel.
Not everyone needed to go to the movies to see spacemen. They seemed to be everywhere. Flying saucers were landing all around us, and some people even claimed to have been taken on board.
We were finally invited aboard one of these spacecraft, which landed near Ann Arbor, Michigan on October the 24th of 1954. This is a drawing of the craft. As I was leaving the craft, the commander, Soltec, said, soon others of your people will be able to have an experience similar to this.
And this light came up back over Solis Mountain to the southeast of us, and it came up into the air just at an enormous rate of speed, and I started telling Garrick and Jolie, I said, look at that, that's not a star, that thing just shot up, and then at that point it was a bright orange and really large.
And it moved from over here, kind of across the sky here, and then it cut back to the west. And it was gone, you know, it was moving pretty good.
As we were traveling southbound, I happened to notice just above the horizon 5 very strange colored lights. And that beam only came down about, as I recollected, it was only about 3/4 of the way to the ground. It didn't go all the way, and it just came to kind of like was cut off.
And we tried to wave down a passing truck, and they just went on. There was no interest in stopping. And at that point, I started crying because I was frightened.
I'm not the only one who has lived on these many other worlds. So has every Earth person. All people have lived on other planets, whether they remember it or not.
Well, I saw the thing coming out of the sky. It had one long horn, one big eye. I commenced to shaking and I said,
There were so many aliens landing, we had to keep track of them somehow.
To all aliens, the post office has been designated to take the alien registration. Please apply to your nearest post office.
This newfound obsession with space seemed to affect every aspect of our lives, including fashion. Still today, there's always some designer who's out there in the stratosphere.
You'll be the smash of any Earth invasion in this lovely ensemble from Fredericks of Zifflaw. Also, in this hairpiece, you'll be the highlight of the party or part of the entree, ratatouille. And here's my favorite, combination yarmulke and satellite dish, Bay is Mere. Whether you're out with Ming or playing pong, you'll be a real hit in this incredible solar-powered evening gown, optional attachment to heat the pool. And here's a lovely new piece.